Good evening. Good evening. How are you guys doing? Who we have out there? Danielle, Tiara. Welcome, welcome. Let's give a few more people a few seconds to get on. Let me go check on something and I'll be right back. 1 second. Oh, let me just look at my screen. Don't you worry, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Alana, welcome to the webinar. I'm just checking on something real quick, you guys, while we wait for people to get in. Alana, I referred you a customer for a treatment from Instagram. Not sure if she reached out or not. Okay, what am I looking for? I am looking for, because this is actually the last webinar in our group session, which is basically an overview and some questions, but I did want to do this profitability exercise, so I made it public. But it'll be recorded for the people in the group. Welcome, welcome. If you just joined, I'm checking one thing before we get started. Okay, so this is actually inside of the group now. And I asked them if they had any questions. Nobody dropped a question. Okay, so I just want to make sure I answered their questions. Nobody dropped a question. Okay, so I'll come back to that later. All right, we got 6 people on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let me open the window back up. One second. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, where's my window? Oh, I want to stop screen share. Yay. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, who do we have on here? Center Beauty from Houston, Makai, Danielle, Alana, Tiara, Ursula. And are you on here twice, Ursula, or this is 2 Ursulas? All right, you guys, good evening, good evening. I am here, I'm ready in boot camp style with my hat on because Tuesday is my off day. So when I come on and do this, when I come on to do our webinar on Monday nights, it's really like my last job of the week. My week really doesn't end till Monday. So when I get off this, I got one more project to do before I go to bed. I got to get to tally up all attendees for Cookout Summit. So let me mute everybody out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Vereen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me try to mute everybody because we got some background noise. Everybody type in the chat, where are you from? Where are you from? That did it. So where's everybody from? Let's see what the chat looks like. So the chat is where you're going to ask questions. Okay, now, okay, there we go. Nashville. Tara, where are you from?
I'm Dallas, Texas.
Okay, Dallas, Texas. Danielle from Pomona, she's with us. She's she's already in the group. Makai's already in the group. Audrey from Houston, Center Beauty is in the group. Ursula, I believe you from Memphis?
Yes.
Okay, got it right. Memphis, she's in the group. So you guys, we have been having an amazing 4 weeks. We've actually finished the actual 4 weeks of the information because it's a lot of information that I shared with them. and just to get them set up so that they can actually start working the strategy, because it is work. Okay, so let me just do a quick review of how this all came about. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Tammy Golden, also known as the Beauty CEO, helping create economic opportunities within the professional beauty industry. I'm a licensed stylist of 28 years, going on 29. If my son's going to be 29, it'll be 30 years. So I just got my license renewed in the mail. Product manufacturer, educator, all that great stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm a stylist who work behind a chair who want to make some money, right? Okay, that's how we all get started, is behind a chair. And that's our claim to fame. And that's our base, you know. And so as a stylist, a veteran stylist, you know, having this product company, blah, 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 doing all this stuff, my base income is still my chair, my salon, my studio. And so I decided, you know, for many years, I was actually contemplating moving back east, moving back to Florida and just having a change of pace. And so at the end of last year, I realized I wasn't going to do that because, I'm going to just be honest, Silk Out business, I didn't have any money set up in Florida. I said the product still doesn't take care of itself. It just reinvests into itself. Excuse me. Okay, Cleveland, Alana, yep. Got family in the house. And so I had to be honest, I didn't have like a chair clientele to actually move me over to another state and start over. And I didn't want to dip into product money to do all that kind of stuff. So I realized, you know, well, you got to stay right here and you got to work this right here. On top of that, I realized my business had been growing with Silk Press. You know, a lot of you guys are familiar with Silk Press, but I'm gonna be honest, California is still a state that's very, 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 very not acclimated to Silk Press. So once I decided I was gonna stay, I decided, okay, you got to be profitable at your maximum. You have just got to max out on your income. You know, when you become a veteran in this industry, it's not about the passion of like, oh, I just love doing hair. I just want to do people's hair. Like, as a veteran, I go to work with purpose. That is to do great hair and make great money, make a lot of money. That's the only two reasons. I am not going to work to do hair and just have fun. I have very clear intentions on how many people I can take and how much money I can make. And I'm not going in there for anything else. I'm not going in there for anything else because I don't have a lot of time. So for those of you who don't know me, I wrote this book called Charge Your Worth, and it is about finding the value in the services and things that you do. So inside this book, there's a chapter called the Profit Zone, and that's what I'm going to go over tonight. And so in order to, I've done this Profit Zone exercise, this profitability exercise with myself, and I've used it at different levels in my life. Because it was taught to me years ago when I took some coaching. And then I sometimes when I'm, hanging out with my peers or when I'm in the salon suites, I've been in salon suites for about 4 years now. And sometimes when we're having a little powwow or we go to lunch together, I'll share with my peers when they're saying, oh, I don't see how I can make enough money. I don't see how I can do this. And I always sit down with them and I'll be like, here, let's do strategy. Because I'm a numbers person. I like to crunch numbers and I like to crunch numbers of other businesses. I like to guess like how many Big Macs does McDonald's have to sell within an hour to be profitable. Then I think about how many employees they have in the store that's on the clock for the hour, how much they pay the manager, so how much money are they making? $800 an hour, $1,000 an hour, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's how I look at my business too. And I think that's how everybody should look at their business and not just, oh, I do 4 heads a day, make $500 or $600 and go home. Like, what is the maximum earning potential that you can truly have? And so that's how this whole profitability thing came about. So because I knew my profit number, when I went back, last year when I decided, okay, if you're going to be in this salon thing and you're going to stay in California, I just decided I want all my money. I want all my money. I want to live how I want to live, and I want to max out so that if I decide in 2 years, 3 years, I want to move, that I have maxed out everything I can do here, and it's not an issue. So I actually began to recultivate my business. meaning I actually started to go out actively after new customers. For years, I had not done that. I'd always had a clientele, but when I got sick in 2014 and I was off work for 4 to 6 months, and when I came back to work and found myself needing to rebuild, things were different. Like, you know, back in the days, it was all referrals. It was all, you know, who you knew. And, you know, it was the yellow pages and people just came to you. I never, you know, because I had that 6 months off, I had 6 months without income. It actually almost ruined my life. You know, I lost everything I had, and I had to come back and cultivate something brand new in the new world of internet marketing, social media, and all that stuff. And although I was great at using social media for personal reasons, I still hadn't embraced that I needed to use it for business. Okay. And so I was still trying to build and cultivate without, you know, using certain tools on the internet. And so I was just being ignorant. And so when I finally decided, okay, if you're going to stay in Cali, you really need to max out and you need to meet your profit number. So before I quickly go into that, I asked a question in the group this morning. Were there any questions about anything we've covered in the last 4 weeks? So for those who are already in the group, Makai, Danielle, Ursula. Okay, if you have one, you can always ask it later, but I wanted to make sure if you were on here or you left a question, I wanted to answer it. So I think everybody wants to hear about the probability. So give me 1 second. Excuse me if I burp. I just found Hanson's natural sodas. I have not found the real ones in a long time. I keep finding the diet ones. I found the real one today, and it is. I have a grape one. It's so good. Oh, that tastes so good. Okay, so back to profitability real quick. So let me just clear up why I created this group, how this group came about. So when I decided I need to cultivate my business, I also realized, okay, I need to grow a team. I need to do X, Y, Z, and I need to keep my doors open. I had a studio suite. If you guys have a studio suite, it's the same rent as almost having 1,000 square foot store, but you don't have all of the headaches and the you know, nuances of owning a store. You can just open your door, close the door, and go home. So yeah, I was making enough to pay my bills, but I really was not maxing out because my mind was not all in. I was not all in. And so once I decided I was going to stay here, I decided I am becoming all in. I need to take off my blinders, shred my ego that of this 28-year stylist, and gosh, I really have to actively recultivate my business and get to work and do what everybody else that was being successful was doing. And that was using the internet to actually grow my business. So I knew I was on several platforms. I was getting a lot of referrals from YouTube and things like that, but I was not actually being intentional. So I started working my Instagram with intention. I started working my Facebook page with intention. That means running ads, being intentional with my posts, each post having a call to action, knowing what I wanted people to do, getting more visibility. I had some visibility, but I wasn't doing nothing with it. You know, my Instagram page was growing, but I was not doing anything with it because I just kind of was not that into it. And I just really wanted to leave. But once I, you know, decided I was going to stay here, I was like, you have got to make this work. And I needed to put some clients in my chair. I was only working 1.5 days a week in my studio. And like I said, that was enough to get by, but it was not enough to carry me over. And so I decided, okay, you got to come back to work 3 to 4 days a week. I was struggling with that because I just wasn't trying to work, you know, more than 4 days a week, actually more than 3. And so I just had to let all of that stuff go and say, okay, look, you need to make this work. And I had one young lady working for me at the time. So because she was working for me, that actually fueled me to want to, you know, have to work because I needed to see this girl build an income. And so I got some coaching. I was like, one, we need new clients. And if you need new clients, for me, and this is what I share in the group, is I went to Groupon. I had tried Groupon before in the last 4 years. I didn't have success with it. One, because I wasn't open to it. So I would start a Groupon, and after one person bought one, I would cancel it because I was just like, I ain't doing hair like that. I'm not doing hair. No, I've been doing hair for 28 years. I can't do it. I can't do it. But I was following this young lady online who's a beauty business coach, and she was sharing how she made $100,000 off of Groupon. So I said, okay, we're going to do this Groupon, but we're going to get some help. So I got some coaching with her, did the Groupon, got the strategy. She gave me the strategy. You got to do X, Y, and Z, and you got to hang in there for the long haul, and you're going to make your money 10 times over, and it's going to put some people in your chair, okay? And everybody has a misconception that Groupon clients are one-time quitter hitters. I'm telling you, they are not. It has been part of the lifeline of my business. And Groupon has other benefits to it, like SEO traffic and just keeping you live on Google traffic. So that has been very beneficial. I share that in the training. I give you the strategy, everything I did. You get to see behind the scenes, my numbers and all that good stuff. So I knew I had to do that. So I got help with that. And then she showed me another strategy, a gift card strategy. I kind of tweaked it. I didn't like the way she was doing it because I knew if in this day and age, I don't just need to be giving out gift cards. I need to be collecting emails. And so I created my own little lead capture with collecting emails for people to get this gift card to become a first-time client in my business. I was giving nothing to a regular client. Okay. In the past, I had been giving regular clients offers, just to come in, and I had to X that because that was killing my bottom line. So I knew anything I was doing that had to do with any type of promo had to be geared towards new clients, new business, because my clients were not referring me people. My clients are very, very selfish, very, very territorial, and they was not letting nobody in. And even when they've seen these 170 some people, this traffic that's come through my chair, I've had to get them to y'all calm down, be nice to everybody because I'm busy. And that's the goal. It was an hour space in between each appointment at one point. And so they was enjoying that luxury. But now it's like we're booked. And yes, your regular time is booked because somebody got it before you got it. So now, because the clients see that I'm booked, they are now pushing appointments now into September. And I think I've seen one appointment already for October. So they're on notice that it's not just you, boo. I am here to get paid. I am an entrepreneurial beauty professional. I'm not a stylist. I'm about doing my job really, really well. And I'm passionate about that. But I also have to be compensated at the level that I offer my service. So I aim to offer excellent service. So I want excellent pay. Okay. Everybody say excellent pay. At the same time, I'm just not here to just play in somebody's hair and be like, oh, I'll do hair for free. There was a time when I would, and when I do hair for free, it's on purpose. That even has a purpose. That's because I need content, and I need to get what I need out of that and take that to Instagram and go get me some more clients. Okay? So back to profitability, but I have to kind of create the story so you guys know why I created the group. So I started working all these things, and we got the Groupon going. I had surgery the 1st of January. I came back to work on January 8th, 7th, 9th, 10th. And so we started working, phone ringing, appointment booking. New clients are coming in. January, we did about 15 new clients. February is like 25 new clients, 30 new. I said, okay, this is working. We got the Groupon working, the Instagram working. Okay, let's keep this ball rolling and see where we at. So by, I think we got to March, we had 45, 50 new clients. And for some reason, the girl that was working with me, I was actually trying to build her. And she decided she wanted to do something completely different. I don't know. It kind of threw me off for a minute. But I said, you know what? This is your name. Silk Out is your name. You got to keep rolling with this because you're in it for the long haul. So she fell off. I had to hire another assistant. So now it's just me because the current assistant I have is on the apprenticeship program. So she's not building a clientele. So it's all me now building. And so I said, you know what? I just got to build this out. And I like what I was seeing was happening, the growth and the numbers was growing. So at the end of January, February, March, I checked in with my business coach at the time, Candace Holyfield, gave her my numbers. I had hit about Close to 20,000. I had hit about 20,000 in 3 months, which was okay. It was better than what I was doing. So I was seeing some results, and I was seeing the results of having new business in my chair. And that's when I said, okay, we on to something. I said, if I can hit 20,000, and I wasn't really all into it. I only worked half of January. I lost somebody. I kind of fell off for a minute. And so I said, wait a minute, in your profitability, plan, you're supposed to be doing 20,000 a month. You did 20,000 this quarter. Okay. Yes, it was better than what I was doing. So it was telling you what I was really doing the year before was a whole lot of much and nothing. Just coming in a day and a half. Literally, I would work Fridays from 7 to 3. And then I would work a full day on Saturday. And I was cool with that because I was just not that into it. So I was like, okay, you need to turn up a little bit. You need to work a few more hours because you need to feed your bottom line. And in order, if you're going to build this brand, you need to touch a lot of people. And this strategy is working. So when I talk about my profitability strategy, when I did my profitability strategy, and I just looked at it again last night. I don't know if you guys can see this. I just looked at it again last night. So my profitability strategy, with everything that I need to cover my ass for the month, is minimum $10,000 to live how I want to live, right? And to do the things that I want to do. And so I always say double, triple, or quadruple that. If you live in California or a high expensive state, I say quadruple it. If you live in a moderate, a community, whatever that means, triple it. And if you live, in an average town, somewhere where rent is like $500, you may just double that. But whatever, I knew in California to be at my max, I couldn't live off. I couldn't say, okay, as long as I make $10,000 a month, I'm okay. No, $10,000 a month gets stuff done. Now I needed to be in abundance and overflow. Okay. I don't believe in just meeting the budget because we're entrepreneurs, right? So entrepreneurs mean that it's limitless. There is no limit to the amount of money that we can earn. So we can't continue to set limits and say, okay, let me learn how to live within this. No, it's about more and getting more. So not with greed, but so that you can do more. So you can be great in the world so that you could help, fund things and charities and whatever it is you need to do. Whether it is to take care of a parent, take care of a child, build another business, whatever it is that you want to do, you don't want to be limited because you just didn't have enough money to do it. Okay. It's not abundance is not about greed. It's being able to do, for me, it's about being able to do and serve more. Okay. So for me, if I know I need $10,000 to live, why am I just getting by with $10,000 and $12,000 a month, still not having what I need to, one, finance my product line? Still needs to be financed. There's lots of things that need to be done. So I automatically said, okay, if you made $20,000 this quarter, okay, you need to step this up and get for real. And you need to get to $20,000 a month. So that was my goal at the end of March. I said, I need to get to $20,000 a month. And so come May, I'm grinding. I'm like super grinding. I literally told myself, you're not going to have any excuses. You're going to let everything go. Nothing's going to be important other than you being booked and doing what you need to do. Now, mind you, all of this was not behind the chair. I still have other streams of income, but 80% of my income comes from behind the chair now. And I needed it to, because it is the lifeline of the rest of my life. If I don't have my home place solid, then everything else falls by the wayside. Like I was once told, you can't be the light if you can't pay the light bill. So you got to make sure your home base is solid. And so I decided, okay, you're going to go ahead and get to $20,000 a month. So that means I grinded. Literally, I sat up Wednesday night last week. Hey, Tanya, I sat up Wednesday night last week. I looked at my numbers. I had hit 16,000 in April. I had hit 18,000 April, May. And I was like, okay, here it is. It's Wednesday. There's 4 more days left in the month. And you are at $16,000. I actually had a slow June. for whatever reason, I had a slow June. And I said, okay, you got to turn this up. So I knew I was booked for the weekend, and I knew that pretty much would carry me over. So, of course, staying up late, doing my Instagrams, doing my emails, doing what I had to do, I was able to finish June with a little over $20,000. But was that work? Yes, that was a lot of work. That was laser focused. That was ignoring everything and everybody. Thank God I'm single. I have nobody to answer to, nobody to account to. I was just telling my girlfriend yesterday, I was like, man, I did it. Like I hit, $50,000 for second quarter Q2. And I was like, but I said, guess what? I said, I haven't cleaned my house since the last time you've been over here. She was like, what? I was like, I cleaned the toilets and the bathroom, but like, I need to clean up. Like, I need to dust. I need to really, like, my house was a mess. There was boxes everywhere. There's still boxes in half of the house. I've only cleaned half the house Sunday. But that's just how focused I got, that I just had to let everything go. I was getting laundry from the dryer. I was just washing, moving clothes. It was a lot of work. And so what I plan on doing this next quarter right now is working a little bit smarter, because I know what worked for me and what didn't work for me. So I now know what I want to focus on. Last quarter, I was working on being open like I had a team of 5 people. So I was willing to work 6 a.m. to 9 o'clock at night. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm too old for that. So now I'm going to work, because all these customers say they want me. They don't want anybody else. I cannot seem to find stylists in California that want to truly be on my team. So I have to own this little bit of like silk press stardom that I've got going in Southern California, and be like, okay, these are my hours. I'm working 8 hours because my assistant just cannot hang. She cannot hang after 8 hours. I can, but she can't. And so I don't want to burn her out. So we're working 8 hours Friday. We're working 8 hours on Saturday. And then I'm going to work 8 hours on Wednesday. So I'm going to work 3 8-hour days. My second location is not completely booked out yet. So that's where I've shifted the Groupon to. I don't do the Groupon in Torrance anymore. I only do the Groupon in Orange. And I can handle Orange by myself on Thursdays and Sundays if I'm available on Sundays. I travel a lot this summer, so I'm not available that much. But my main focus is Torrance, 3 days a week, 8 hours a day. So you're talking 24 to 30 hours a week doing the same thing, but really maxing out my time. I've moved from, instead of giving these clients this grace period, I can knock a head down in 20 to 30 minutes if they shampooed and blow dried already. So instead of us booking every hour, we're going to be booking every 30 minutes. I've already notified my clients, like, I'm losing money. Y'all being 20 or 30 minutes late, and we giving y'all this. I'm not booking to my max, because I know which clients are always late, and I give them that grace. And so I've just put them on notice. I can't give y'all that grace no more. I have got to stay booked. And if you're 20 minutes late, you have missed your appointment. I got to keep rolling, because me and my assistant, some days we're booked. I have 10 people, and then we have like these 4 20-minute breaks, each one of us. If she's not shampooing and blow drying, she has a 20-minute break, or I'm styling, or vice versa. I was like, we had 5 of those today. We could have took 5 more people. So we're looking at booking out our max. I'd rather be booked to the max and on time than giving this grace period and losing money. Like, I want all the hours that I'm in that place, every minute, every second accounted for, working and making money. And as the same with her, I pay my assistant by the hour. I don't pay her by what shampoos we have. So if we have a 2-hour break, that's my responsibility. Get on Instagram, get on social media, and make sure that there are no breaks. So I'm not paying for hours that we are not making any money. So with that being said, so that's how I'm going to work smarter. But my end goal for the end of the year is to take myself up to $30,000 a month. So by Q4, I need to be at $30,000 a month. And I know I have not reached my max potential. My max potential working 3 days in the salon is that I can make I can make 12 to 15,000 a month behind the chair working 3 days, working 3 days a week. So that's my focus for the rest of the Q3 is making sure I'm book, so that by the time I get to Q4, I should be hitting my target. So that's my goal. So how did I come up with that? It's called a profitability exercise. So who wants to be laser coached? Who's open to being laser coached? And this is just to actually help you get clarity and for everybody who's on the webinar to see like why you need this money. Okay. Some people think they don't need the money. That's why I wrote the book, because some people think they don't know why they charge what they charge. They're just making up prices because they check the salon down the street to see what they charge. Okay. That's not how you get your price. You get your pricing by one, getting your rate per hour. Okay. Let me get my calculator. If you have your phone, get your calculator. What is your rate per hour? Some people are undercharging. Some people are undercharging for their services. And this makes you factor in your time. So one, you need to know your rate per hour. Nobody's responding. Nobody wants to get. Oh, okay. I see it. Here we go. Danielle. Okay, Danielle, I'll do you because you answer first. So I'm gonna unmute you, Danielle. I'm trying to unmute you. Okay, Danielle. Yes, I can hear you. So Danielle works out of West Covina. She's in the group. So thank you for being a volunteer. And really quickly, for those of you guys who don't know your rate per hour, write this formula down. Let me make sure I got it right in my head. I have to go find it in my book so I don't say it wrong. So that's chapter 4. If you have my book, it's in chapter 4. So you want to take the price of the service that you do. So what's your top service that you do? Silk press, braids, weavings. Okay, so what is your fee for your silk press?
$75.
$75. And how long does it take you to do it?
With the assistant, an hour. Without an assistant, 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, we're gonna talk without the assistant first. Okay. So 2 hours is 120 minutes. It's 120 minutes. Okay, so if you guys take your top service, whether that's braiding, barbering, however long it takes you, and so you want to take 75 and divide it by, she said it takes her 2 hours without an assistant, 120 minutes. And then and that number for her is 0.625. And then you want to take 0.625 and multiply times 60, which is 1 hour. So when she does a press and curl, a silk press by herself, she is making $37.50 an hour. And how many hours do you work in the salon, Danielle?
I work till I'm done, so.
But how many days a week? Are you like 30 hours a week, 40 hours, 60 hours?
I work 3 days a week and then every other Saturday. So I work Wednesday through Friday and every other Saturday.
Oh, so about 24 to 30 hours a week. So let's just say 30 hours a week. So 30 hours a week times $37.50 is $1,125 a week. Now you don't have to tell me how much you make a week, but is that sound about right? Give or take, less or more?
Yeah, if I'm booked out, yeah.
Okay.
I can make more than that, but yeah, because I don't only do silk presses. I do a lot.
Right. Okay. But that's your base. Yeah. So when we do our other services, yeah, that takes us over the top. And that's why it's good to have premium services. We all have a base service, but it's good to have premium services. So let me take a sip. Okay, that was goats. So who else did their rate per hour? I see you, Ursula. Why you look like that? Because you didn't like what it looked like. I know. When I first did mine, I didn't like what it looked like. Most people don't like what it looked like. They're like, ooh, child, I could have been there working at In and Out, get some benefits. You know, you got to see why some stylists go work at FedEx and get a retirement. And it's not because, you know, you're doing something wrong, but it's because we don't know any better. So we have ourselves priced like the next average stylist, you know, because we don't know any better. We're not on target. We're not on purpose, and we're not clear with what we need at our house. What I need in my house is not what you need at their house. So when people say, oh, you should do a coaching program for $50K in 90 days. I was like, well, no, that's not, everybody don't need that. So I don't want to put somebody under the pressure of thinking they need $50K in 90 days. And if they ain't trying to get $50K, don't holler at me. You know, there's somebody out there that only needs to get $25K, $30K, you know, $10K. You know, everybody's marketing and what they need is different. Their profitability is different. How they're going to get it is different. Why they need it is different. So when you go back, so I'm going to sit here and add this up for you, Danielle, but I'm going to ask you just some brief questions. You can just give me some ballpark numbers. You don't have to be like super exact, but this is just to get you in the mindset and some clarity of where you know, how we need to switch some things for you. So give me a ballpark number for housing for you.
For housing,
like rent or mortgage.
My mortgage is like $1,950.
Okay. Car.
My car's paid for.
Yay!
So I would say gas. Maybe we'll just say gas. My gas and maintenance, maybe $200 a month. I have a truck, so.
Okay. Utilities.
Utilities, everything. Let me see, lights, gas, cable, water, trash. I'm gonna say $700.
Okay. Insurance on your car.
My husband pays that, so I don't even know how much it is.
Okay. I'm gonna just put an H right there for husband. Health insurance.
He pays that too.
H for husband. Yay. Maybe I need a husband. Groceries.
Groceries. We eat out a lot, but I'm gonna say, I would say about $600 for the household.
Okay. Eating out.
That's worked in there because we eat out a lot.
Okay. Okay. Nails, personal service.
My nail appointments average about $70 twice a month.
Okay, $140. Any outside hair appointments for yourself?
No, I wish. I need to.
Right? No. Hairstylists never have outside hair appointments.
I really need to.
Massages?
Definitely. I would average that to be, because we have one working within our salon system, so they're like $20, but I usually give them $30. Probably at least 3 times a month.
Okay. Let's say $100. Do you belong to a gym?
Yes. I'm in a boot camp and a gym, so that's $130 a month.
Okay. How much do you spend on clothes?
Every quarter, about $500.
So let's say about $125 a month. Shoes?
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's not a problem. You just gotta add it into your budget and then charge for it.
Because I wear a size 11 and I have issues with my feet. So
girl, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
So it's like,
and it don't help that my new studio is right next door to DSW. It don't let me have a break. I be like, I'll walk next door real quick. I'll be right back.
Let me go see what they got.
Right. Because when you wear a size 11, for anybody who has not been blessed to have good understanding, you shop for shoes because they're available, not because you need them, because 11s are hard to find. So you just, every time you go by the shoe store, you be like, let me just go through the 11s real quick and see what they got. I need, okay, I need these. One day I'm gonna need these, and you get
That is so true.
That's how you shop when you wear a size 11. Okay, savings, like how much you're putting away on average into savings.
Okay, I'm sucking at that part.
Okay, but if you could, what would you put away?
Oh shoot, I would love to put away at least $300 a week.
Okay, so let's say 1,200, 3 times 4, 12. Yeah. A retirement. Anything you putting away into retirement?
No, I need to.
But if you could, what would you put away?
I would at least put like $300 a month minimum.
Okay. Any children that keep sucking money out of your pocket every month?
No, that's forever, but no.
Yeah, okay. Okay. What that is, disposables cash, like activities and things that you do. Let's say you go bowling, or you have something that you do, a club you belong to.
I like to go karaoke, and I like my wine. So.
Oh, okay. So you do that how often?
Maybe 2-3 times a month.
Okay. So let's say about I don't know what that range. Let's just say $300.
I don't spend a lot on that.
Okay. But let's just say $300.
Okay.
What else? What else? Travel. Any travel?
I want to, but I can't because my finances won't let me. Okay. I would love to travel. Yes.
But if you were to travel, let's say you took 2 trips a year that were $1,000. So let's say $2,000 divided by 2,000.
We need to go like 3 times.
Okay, so let's say $3,000 divided by. See, there's no limits when you're an entrepreneur. You have to just plan out. This is not what you're spending now. This is, if you're spending something now and you're great with it, that's fine. But if you say, oh, I want to do this, but I can't do this, write it down. This is how much this costs. I want to incorporate this into my budget. I don't want to live off of what I'm getting. I want to recreate the lifestyle that I want and build my business around what I want, not what my clients give me. So 3,000 divided by 12. So let's say $250 a month you could set aside for travel. And if I missed something, okay, so let's just stop there.
Yeah, cell phone.
Oh yeah, cell phone.
Booth rent. Yeah. $600 a month. And products too. My products range me about, I would say, $150 a month.
Okay, so Salon 600, products 150. If you take any educational classes, like you'll be at Summit, let's say you may spend, $100 a month investing into your education, etc. Okay. Okay, so let's just add all of this up and let's get Danielle a grand total. So I hope you guys are adding up. I hope you've been following us and jotting down your numbers. So like for some of you guys, like if you have kids and your kids are not going to private school, but you really want them to go to this private school, that's $500 a month or whatever, add that in there. That's what you want. So if you don't put that into your budget and start building a business around that, you may never get there because you're not being intentional about it. So add, like I had one girl telling me, oh, her rent was $600, but I was like, but do you really like where you live? She was like, no, I want to live in Corona. I want to have a house there. Okay, well, you want a $2,000 mortgage. So start building your business so you can pay a $2,000 mortgage, not building your business so you can pay your $600 rent. Start to build your business and attract money to do the things that you want to do. So let me add up Danielle's numbers real quick. 1950, 200. Okay, so Danielle, we got a grand total of $7,045. And I always tell people that's just to break even. I suggest when I coach stylists, right, Makai, cell phone booth rent. Okay, yeah. Is to one, if you're nowhere near 7,000 a month, is to one, start getting to 7,000 a month. If you're at $7,000 a month, then you need to work on getting to 14,000. Why? Because you want to be able to make sure that you meet the 7,000 and you living swell and doing well, and you have room for shit happens, you know, things happen, or if you needed to double up on something the next month because there was an emergency, car broke down, something happened, your kid needed emergency, that you have plentiful to be able to do other stuff with. And and then after you hit that 14,000 goal, you know, keep pushing towards, you know, why not hit 2,100? Then you're really, really in what I call your profit zone. You know, 14,000 will put you in your profit zone to where you have abundance and overflow, but 21,000, and you don't increase any of these things over here. Now, if you increase these living expenses, it can eat up your money, you know. So whenever, you know, it's always good to check back over, like, how am I living? Make sure I'm not outside of my means. And if you are, you just need some more money. I don't believe, as entrepreneurs, I don't believe in cutting back, because we're entrepreneurs, because we have the freedom to make money. We have the freedom to attract as much money as we need. There are no limits. There are no limits. Now, if you had a job, then you have to stay within your means. But if you're an entrepreneur and you want more, you have to do more, sell more, be more, and do everything to keep your cash flowing. So if your cash is not flowing, you're going to see the effects of that. So that's what my profitability exercise looks like, and it gives you something to think about, like who actually did theirs just now, and they saw that number is like wow for them.
I didn't even get halfway through because I already know it ain't even where it's supposed to be. But I do have the book, so I'm gonna go back and do it again. Right.
And so, but that number, you know, makes it real. And I did this last year. I did this last year for staying in California, because I was like, okay, if I'm going to stay here, I need to live my best life. I don't want to live in LA. I don't want to live in the hood. I want to live in Orange County. I want to, you know, live well, you know, do well. You know, I want to have nice environments around me when I drive home. I don't want to step over the homeless man. I don't want to dodge bullets. I don't want to do that when I come home. So I made a choice to, you know, do my own work for myself and start to create that. So me going from 6,000 to 8,000 a month. So if this was my profit strategy and I needed to be at 10,000 a month, so if I was doing $6,000 to $8,000 a month, guess what? I wasn't making my mark. I was nowhere making my mark. That's why I had to turn up, and I couldn't get any more money from my clients than I was already getting. I just didn't have enough clients because I was no longer cultivating my business. So that's why in January I had to recultivate my business, because I needed to pay somebody. I needed to be able to bring enough business that I can share with somebody else. So I really had to be at 30,000. Unfortunately, she quit because we started getting busy. I don't think she wanted to be that busy. Like, she didn't even get herself into the money yet, and she quit. But I had to keep rolling because it was my business and my name on the line. And guess what? It worked out really good because I got myself to my 20,000 a month mark. Now, guess what? I got to maintain that. I can't say, oh, I did it for June. You know, I ain't got to do nothing for July. No, I got to do it for July. My whole Q3 strategy is maintaining that and setting up for my Q4. And we all know Q4 is October, November, December. And that's holiday time. That's where the getting gets really, really good. And so I got to maintain and keep building that audience. So what did I have to do? You guys that are already in the group, I had to get those 5 platforms set up: Google My Business, Yelp, YouTube, Facebook page, Instagram page, and make sure that I was using them to my full potential. 2, Instagram is the hottest platform right now. I had a decent weekend selling irons this weekend, using 2 sponsored pages. I didn't even sell irons off of my page. My sales this weekend, I put on sponsored pages, and I had a pretty decent weekend selling on those. So those sponsored pages, that's what increased my visibility. That's what got more traffic to my website. And then, of course, me having my call to actions, my new client offer, and that Groupon is what got them off the wall, staring at all my pictures, liking all my pictures, and being a fan to being a customer. I don't need the likes as much as I need them in my chair. And I knew I needed them in my chair. I was like, okay, I'm having all this dialogue with people, but they're not coming in. So just like I showed you guys that are already in the group, is you have to convert them. And for those who are like, still, I just don't see how she used Groupon. Groupon is a lead magnet, and it's a guaranteed lead magnet because they only sell you to people who are looking to get their hair done, and they get people in your chair. Now, once they get in your chair, you got to be worth your charge and show up and show out, do an amazing service, because it's almost like you're interviewing for a new job. You have to be really, really amazing and be strategic. And I shared with you guys in the group that strategy of upselling, rebooking, getting the referral, getting the retail, getting the review, getting something out of, or even at minimum recommending them for that next service the next time. And I shared this in the group. At least 60% of my Groupon clients have come back one more time, and at least half of those people are now regular clients, coming at least once a month to every 2 weeks. So it did pay off for me. I can't speak for everybody, but it did help my bottom line to where between that and Instagram and Yelp right now. But see, in the group, you know, part of the training was I reset up, I edited my Yelp page. So my Yelp, my Google My Business, my booking site, everything matches. All the bios match. So now Yelp, all my last few clients are, at first I was just getting Instagram, but now I'm getting people saying, I found you on Yelp, I found you on Yelp, I found you on Yelp. So I updated my Yelp, and people are now finding me from Yelp. And coming in and spending, I had a new client yesterday in Orange County, spent $280. On what? She got a taming treatment and a trim. So it's you just have to be set up. You have to have your trap set up. The internet is where your people are going to find you. The internet is where people are going to find you. There's no, and so for stylists who tell me, oh, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to be on the internet. I don't want to be on Instagram. I don't have time to do that. You do it for every other thing else. You post everything else. That does have nothing to do with you making money. You have to post and be intentional. You have to have a call to action. You have to use your hashtags. If you're posting without hashtags, you're wasting posts. You have to, that's how people find me. All the Instagram girls that come to me, I always say, how'd you find me? Oh, on Instagram, I search Silk Press LA. I search, stylists in Los Angeles. That's how they're finding me. And so why not use it? It's now like the yellow pages. There are no more yellow pages. It's all social media, hashtags, Google. Google is the yellow pages. That's why you have to be set up on Google My Business. You just have to. It's not optional. So what I tell stylists, the 30-day boot camp is about getting yourself set up so that you can be found. You have to be found. And most of the time you won't be found by your name. You'll be found by your service and the results it offers. When people search, they're not searching for, oh, I'm looking for Danielle Flagg. Yeah, I heard she was a great stylist. They're searching for silk press expert in West Covina. So you have to be found as a silk press expert in Cleveland, Ohio. You have to be found as a silk press expert or healthy hair expert in Houston, Texas. They'll get to know you after they find out what you do. They're searching for what you do. They're not searching for your name. And I think hairstylists get caught up. We all don't have those names. We not razor chicks where they be like, oh, I heard about razor chick. Let them find you. They're looking for what you do and the results that you do. So that's what we went over in the 30-day boot camp. And it's ongoing. So, you know, I planned on it ending, but my business coach was like, why are you ending it? People still want to know what you're doing. You have to keep it going because there's work to be done. So mostly everything in there is pre-recorded. I'll still be coming in there doing lives, doing trainings as information comes up or if someone has a question about something. But and let me just give you guys who haven't seen the overview, let me go share that screen.
Before you leave today, will you show me again how to go back in and find the videos?
Okay.
I couldn't find them. I was like, now I don't know. And
Okay.
I missed two, so I want to find those.
Okay, so Danielle's actually in the group. And how have you enjoyed the group, Danielle, for someone who's not in there?
Girl, this is a dream come true. I'm still, you know, I still struggle a little bit, but I feel so much more like advanced and learning how to post. You know,
Yeah.
I got a lot more followers, a lot more likes. So I feel like I'm kind of understanding a lot better.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen overnight. Like you can't go to 50K in 90 days or whatever your deal is overnight. It has I already had some content on my page, but I wasn't doing nothing with it. But it wasn't enough. I have to constantly create new content, you guys. You just content in business, let me just be clear. In business, you become a multimedia company for your business. You have to have your pictures, posts, videos, memes, tips. You have to function just like Burger King, Supercuts. You got to function just like Target. You have to stay in front of your potential audience or stay visible so that your audience can find you. So this is what inside the group looks like. So Danielle and everybody else that's watching. So I have it organized because I'm a Virgo and we like structure. And so when I saw this in the group's units, I was like, yes, it can all be organized. It won't be cluttered up. And so you click units and everything is in its section, you guys. So there's right now 12 units. If I come up with another topic, I'm just going to create a new unit. So the affiliate link, for those of you who are in the group, that's the first assignment, is to get your affiliate link. So you can do what? Invite people to the group and you earn what? 20% off of everybody that joins. Nobody has invited anyone to the group yet with their link. You'll get a unique link that will automatically pay you in PayPal when somebody you invite to the group joins.
I invited, just nobody linked.
Okay, well, you got to tell them y'all missed it and y'all can get in now. Then here's the original webinar. So this whole thing started from this webinar right here, and it was called Mind Your Business. I did this about 2 months ago, and it ended up being 3 hours. And I went over everything I did in 3 hours, and they were like, but how do we do it? So that's when the group came about, so that I could show people step by step how I did it. So that original webinar is in here. You just got to click and watch it. And if it says optional, that means you can skip over and go to the next one. These are set up. If it doesn't say optional, then you have to watch every video in here before you can go to unit 4 and unit 5 and so on. So unit 3 is, I told you guys, you need your domain set up. Stop using book me at styleseed.com. I like to do hair, blah, blah, blah. You need to, if you're not using a website and you're using your booking site, that's okay. That's what I use. But it says silkoutbar.com. So you can forward your domain, get your domain, and forward your domain to, centerbeauty.com to figaro.com/whatever. Because you got to make it easy for clients. Hey, Karen, you got to make it easy for clients. Because I'm telling you, somebody inboxed me today. Hey, I want to know what's your schedule for this week. It's a book now button in my Instagram. And so I said, oh, my schedule is available online and you're free to book 24/7. Click the link in bio. Then she went and did that. She came back. She was like, so you don't work on Tuesdays? And I was like, all the availability is available on the website. No, I don't work on Tuesdays. So do you have anything Wednesday around 1 o'clock?
Wow.
I'm telling you, these smartphones is like cool that they get to click, but it also they don't think. So it just and I'm like, no, I'm not thinking for y'all. Click the button. Okay, so the bonus is just why have a booking app? That's a bonus. You go in there and watch that video. I walk you through the whole backside of my booking app. Yelp, you got to be set up on Yelp. That's one of the 5 platforms that I use. So I go over to Yelp bio, Yelp setup, how to claim your page, intro, and me auditing my page and fine tuning my page. I hadn't updated my Yelp in years, like almost 2 years. And so it's very important to update these platforms so that they're very current, because there is traffic on these pages that will find you. Google My Business. If you are not set up on Google My Business, this is next to Instagram. These two is the hottest 2 right now. Google My Business that's your yellow page listing. That's your yellow page listing. If somebody says, oh, I'm in Houston, I want to get a silk press, boom, that you should be able to be found on Google My Business. Or at least if they find you and somebody says, oh, Center Beauty, but I don't know their information, just Google them. When they Google you, they should be able to find all of your information, your hours, what the book, boom. And now Google My Business, one thing I shared with them in the group has something new. That's thebomb.com, and that is Google Posts. And I added Google Posts. Let me just do a quick audit of my own Google My Business right now. Silkout Bar. Silkoutbar.com. So when I take out Silkout Bar, you guys, I'm active. That whole page is about my business. From my Groupon, which even though it's turned off, Groupon, let me tell you the biggest tip to Groupon that nobody understands. If you understand SEO, then you'll get this. If you don't understand SEO, trust me, it's important. SEO is called search engine optimization. It's what makes anybody's post become the first on the first page of Google. This is called the first page of Google. If I search Silkout Bar and I didn't pop up, that means I have poor SEO. If I have to click next to go find Silkout Bar, that means I have poor SEO, because Groupon needs to sell you to get paid. They are going to make sure those little geeks in that office sit up and get the right traffic based on the keywords on your website, and what you say you do gets you to the top of the Google page, because that's how they get paid. You don't work for them, they work for you. And then you do your part on the back end. So even though my Groupon and Torrance is on pause right now, because I don't need any new business from Groupon over there, I've got 49 people over there, new business. Out of the 100 and something people, 70 something people, at least 120 of them have actually come in. 40 something from the Groupon. There's probably like 7 active Groupons that haven't been redeemed. And then everybody else has been coming from, I showed you guys that, my Google form. Everybody's been coming from that. I'm at, let's see how many people I'm at. This is another lead magnet. And this right here it started off slow, but now I'm at 69. Somebody just signed up recently. I give them a gift card, new client offer only. I know if they've been in my business before because I have the booking system. If they've already been in my business, I don't even send it to them. If they haven't been in my business, then I send them the offer that they selected, so they get to choose their gift card. Okay, I share that strategy. It's already recorded in the group. I'm getting ready to change this one from 100 back to 50. I already notified them that. So that's been working for me. These women are slowly trickling in. I probably redeemed about 30 of these so far. But because I got their emails, lead capture, that I put them straight into the booking system and send them a gift card to come to my business. And they love it. It's documented, and they've been in. I've seen pretty much all of these women right here. Yeah, pretty much seen all of them. So that's another thing that I have going outside of Groupon. So Silk Out Bar and Torrance, Silk Out Bar Orange. So these are both my websites. Yelp pops up. But this is your Google My Business. This right here, this over here to the right, this is your Google My Business listing. It looks like this on a desktop, but on your phone, you'll see this right here. It shows people pictures of your business, website, reviews, super important, directions, how to get there. They can save it. I had a post up last week and it's gone, you guys. Remember, that was my first Google My Business post. So it's not in there anymore because it expired. And I posted in the group that I got a notification from Google saying that my post was getting ready to expire. So Google My Business has this thing that your post shows up. So last week, that summer tips post was showing up right here in my search. So when people found me, they also saw my summer, tips. And so let me just go back, you guys. Let me show you what this looks like. Let me just show you the back end. I know for some people like, oh, this is a lot. This is imperative to growing your business. It's just no way around it. Where's Google My Business? No, I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm trying to go from over here. Okay. Oh no, that's why it's not coming up. Okay, no, Stock Bar. I got a bunch of Google pages. Stock Bar. There it is. Google My Business. That's what it looks like. So let me just go look and see what happened with that post, because that was my first time posting there. Okay, so this was the post. I posted my summer hair care tips. Yeah, who just came on? Let's see. Okay, they muted. All right. No, yeah, hold on.
It's just me. I came back.
Who is that? I'm gonna mute you. Okay. All right. So Google My Business. So remember, this is the post I did last week for Google My Business. So it's not showing up in the search anymore, but it's still on my page. I wanted to see the analytics to see how many people actually looked at it. So that was that post. Not enough data yet. Okay, not enough data yet to view on posts. View posts in the search. Okay, not enough data. That's cool, but it's fairly new. So you guys want to start using Google My Business. And so I'm going to do a post for this week. I'm going to do a post about my Wet Wednesdays. So that way when people search my business and I pop up, they see that offer. And that makes them want to look and read into your business more. Who just left a message? Somebody left a chat. Oh, thanks for sharing. Yeah. Oh no, Tara. Yeah, it's just imperative, you guys, that you guys are using all of these tools because they are there. Other business owners are using them. Google My Business is free, and I'm not even using AdWords. That's more advanced. I'm getting great traffic off of my YouTube. I have one YouTube video that has over 400 and something hits. That video is about 5 or 6 years old, but it's still driving me traffic. People are still going to watch all my videos. New clients, they say, what? I watched all your videos. And they was like, I knew you was the girl. I watched all your videos. So Google My Business, I share with you about that. Let me go back to you. So from Google My Business, how to get set up is real easy. All those videos are 15 minutes, except Instagrams are probably longer because that's more detailed. Groupon, you know, how to get set up, what's the end goal. I show you how I made more than just what the Groupon split was, but how much money I made off of those people coming back. And it superseded itself to where I was only paying Groupon 10 to 15% for those referrals. Facebook, I go over YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, how to deal with comments, because comments is very key. Every time someone comments on your YouTube video, that shows Google that there's important information in there that needs to be seen. That so they'll suggest you to other people's pages. Okay. My Dr. Oz moment. Somebody from Dr. Oz production team reached out to me because they wanted to use part of my video for when that whole Brazilian keratin thing was going on. I wasn't checking my emails on Google, so I missed it. But that just shows you how powerful it is. YouTube trainings, how to get set up. Everything is how to get set up, why you need to use them, and getting the best out of them. Facebook business page, very important because that's where you're going to run ads to Instagram and draw people in and get people following and liking your page. It doesn't always monetize. You just need to get your followings up. Like to get to your to double your income, to go from 17 to 14,000. For one, you got to get the traffic up and you got to get the visibility up. Once you get that up and you still dropping posts, then you get them to come in. You got to convert them to paying clients. But you got to get the people up. And Google My Business is important because if everybody's trying to be global, there's 100 women in your city within 20 miles of you that could be sitting in your chair. And so you want to focus on local business right where people ain't got to drive nowhere, especially in LA. Traffic is getting worse and worse and worse. And some clients are saying, oh, I wanted something close to home. And you're good. It's like I was driving way to Inglewood and I was paying less, but you really did a great job and got me in and out and your prices are double. And she came from a Groupon. So she was willing to pay double because she liked the work and I was close to her. I go over Instagram, super important. And there'll be more stuff being added to this. Videos I think you should watch. I always promote Gary Vee because he is the business about social media. He is the business about that. Your bio, you guys did a great job. For those who are in the group, your bios look really, really good. I've been seeing your pages. Danielle, I've been seeing your posts, your videos. That video you did last week, that was really, really good. That was really, really good content. And you just got to keep reposting and get that on a featured page so that you can attract people that don't know you. You want to get people on your page that don't know you and checking you out. Groupon, I shared with you about that. And the lead magnets, I thought I added this video. I didn't. Okay, I need to add that video. I recorded it. I just didn't add it. I need to add the video for the Google form. Yes, ma'am.
Do I have to go on a PC to get to this page? Can I get to this on my phone?
I don't know, you guys. It looks different from me. Who is accessing it from their phone?
I am.
Who is that?
Ursula.
Okay, so you're accessing it from your phone. So
yes.
So you go into units and then you're able to go through to the videos. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then these are the first 3 webinars that we did, 1, 2, 3, on the Monday nights. So here they are, Danielle, they're in unit 12. And when this one is done, it's going to record. It has the process. I promise I won't touch my computer and screw it up. And I will load it in as soon as it's processed and I can actually load it up. And then it'll be 4 webinars in here. But I need to get.
Do we have a limited time that we'll have access to the videos? Because I need to keep watching them over and over.
No, so this group, that's why I did this tonight and I opened this to the public because it's impossible to close this group because it's too much information. It's just too much information, you guys. And I want you to get it. And then there's more people that were asking me like, I want to get it. I want to get it. And then my business coach was like, you know, you got to keep it going. Like you just have to keep it going. So that's why I'm opening it up. So these videos are already recorded. I'll be adding a few more things as we go, but there is enough stuff in here to keep you busy all summer. if you're really top notch, you'll knock it out in about 3 or 4 weeks. But you have to keep doing it. It's not like, oh, I got everything set up, now I'm waiting on people to call me. Now you got to keep posting and content, and fine tuning, and do your homework. The homework is you got to go check and see what pages on Yelp is popping and why yours isn't, and see how theirs is set up. You don't copy anything, you get inspiration. They have their keywords that's getting them found. You got to get your keywords that get you found. So yeah, I need to add the lead magnet. That is already done. I just forgot to upload it. Okay, let me upload that when we get off. And I'll be adding more content, but the meat and potatoes of this is already in here. And this group, a lot of you guys paid between $75 and $100. This group is well worth over that, because there's just that much content in here, as well as it's just the beginning of getting set up. No sense of posting everything if nobody can find you, if nobody can click your link and book with you. If like once you lose them in the process to what to do next, you lost them. So you have to make it easy. And every now and then I get a few clients that buck against, oh, I don't want to be online like that. I don't want to book. Can I just call you? No, no, you have to book. And it works best for me. 99% of my new business say, oh my God, it was so easy. I'm just booking with you. It was so easy. That's my ideal client. That's not griping about how hard it was to book. They're saying how easy it was to book. So when somebody tells me how much they hate it, I hate the website, I hate this, you know what? You probably hate a whole bunch of more things that has nothing to do with me. But your disappointment, you're going to get on that website and book. Because they do everything else on the website and the apps. They order Uber, they order pizza, they go on Amazon and shop, they go on Groupon and buy stuff, they buy movie tickets, Beyonce tickets, they do everything else they want to do on the phone. So don't let them fool you that they're not ready for that. So that's pretty much what's going on inside the groups. I think I may have to change the name a little bit, because it's going to be an ongoing group. And so as I'm just going to keep adding content, and I'll just keep adding people in. But for those of you who are new tonight, this was a profitability exercise. And this is a sneak peek into what we do, what's going on and the type of information that is in the group. If you find it of value and you want to join the group, I'm actually doing a promotion through the 4th. You can join the group. It's regularly $99. Right now it's $75. And so you can go to beautyproceo.com and register. Let me type that in the group. www.beautyproceo.com. And you can join till the 4th for $75. And also, if you share it, you save an extra 10%. So before you purchase it, if you share it, and say, hey, I'm getting ready to sign up for this class, to help me grow my business, it'll give you another 10% off. And then once you get in the group, your first assignment is to do your affiliate homework, because you get to do what? Basically earn your money back by inviting people to the group and sharing with them. Any questions, anyone? Any questions, Care, Makai, Tanya, Ursula, Alana? No questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I know the goal is to build up the ticket,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're working on a schedule that's so tight, how is there room to really do like an add-on if you don't have an assistant? Not like a conditioning treatment, like if I got to go through and do a taming, you know what I mean? Not something that's done in like 15 minutes.
Right. You're probably going to have to reschedule that so you don't have help, so that you can maximize on that.
Okay.
That's why I work with an assistant, even when I'm slow, because if I'm slow, I'm just always like, not necessarily an opportunist, but I'm always having that conversation around what's going on with your hair. When I get a new client, I always say, what's your hair story? And that opens up for them to tell me, they book the silk out, a regular $80 service. The lady Sunday, she booked the works and color. But when she told me that she had just got her hair pressed last week at a salon and her hair puffed up before she walked out of that salon, I knew she was a taming client. So I said, well, you're getting the works, which is going to help you with that. But our premium service is taming treatment. Now, she was my only client for the day, so I had time. But that's why I work with an assistant, because it buys me time, application, you know, and I can kind of work that in. I don't guarantee my time when I'm doing, you know, premium services like that, as far as you're going to get in and out, but they have processing downtime. So application, they process for 30 minutes. I can go flat out somebody in 30 minutes and keep my book going. So yeah, if you don't have an assistant to help you with that, then you may have to reschedule it for the next time. So, you know, because you don't want to be super overbooked and ruin the client experience. But that's another thing I was leading to when Danielle said she charged $75 when she works with an assistant. See how her rate per hour doubled by having an assistant? So she makes $75 an hour, but what do you pay an assistant, Danielle?
I pay my assistant right now by what we do. So it's $10 for shampoo, blow dry, $15 if she applies color. So it's by what we do.
Okay.
I'm not where I can pay her hourly right now. And so I'm working on helping her, you know, get back into the routine of being a stylist in the salon.
Okay. So yeah, so when you have that help, even if she's paying $10 per shampoo blow dry, and and she now can do somebody every hour, that's $75. So she's only paying out $10 off of $75 versus 10 off of $35. And she can actually do more and make more money. I can do more people when I have an assistant. So when you talk about your rate per hour, just by having an assistant, she doubles her money. And that's on her base service. We're not talking about with an assistant, that shampoo and blow dry doesn't necessarily take an hour. The assistant can be doing the first shampoo, conditioner on, second shampoo. Now Danielle can put the treatment on while the assistant blow dry the other client. And when the treatment is processing, the other client is now blow dried and ready. Danielle can now go, finish the first client while the other client gets rinsed, masked, and ready for her blow dry. You know, you can just do more when you have an assistant. You got to just have efficiency, but you got to be booked to make the assistant work. You got to be booked. And that's one reason I had to push to get to $20,000 a month, because I wanted my assistant to have a salary. I didn't want her to feel like, oh, I can't come today because I can go Uber and make some money. I want her to get paid. I'm trying to get her now. She said $12. I'm trying to get her to $20 an hour. But when her apprenticeship license comes, she's going to get to $15 an hour. And then when she tightens up her blow dry, she's going to get $20 an hour. Because if she can do my shampoo and blow dry in 30 to 40 minutes, I can be knocking somebody out every 30 minutes. And I can make, I can book at minimum $160 worth of services every hour. So I can pay her $20 an hour if I'm booked for $160 in services.
So the timeline is for her to have everybody shampoo, condition, blow dry within 30 minutes.
That's the timeline on my base client. So I'm riding her right now because she's an excellent shampooer, and she sometimes takes way too long. Like she'll take 30 minutes to shampoo. I'm riding her right now because when we start at 7 and I come to work at 7:40, I'm thinking, okay, the client's in my chair. I'm gonna just go in here and start flat ironing. She's just now getting sectioned for the blow dry. And I'm like, what y'all been doing for 40 minutes? And then my client, she'll look at me and she'd be like, oh, we was talking. And I was like, oh, okay, she don't get paid to talk to you. You supposed to be ready to roll. Now she's rolling into the 8 o'clock, so I got a timer. I got those hood dryers with a timer on them. So I've been turning them on. Like when she gets to the shampoo bowl, I just go over there and turn it on. About you got 15 minutes to get her hair shampooed and get that conditioner on. If she's going to go into the dryer, she's going to go into the dryer for 10 minutes. Then you're going to come back and rinse her out. And then you should be start blow drying her about a half hour. If she's not going under the dryer, she's just going to be at the bowl for 5 minutes. That's that's 20 minutes. She could be blow dried by the third. She could be blow dried by the half hour if you're paying attention. Now that's on our average client. Sometimes we get them chumanga heads, detangle, and you know, that takes more time, but I charge more for those. I charge more for those type of silk press. Those start at $120 because they literally take 2 to 3 hours by myself, you know, of detangling. Even the conditioner is just not a put on, comb through. It's a put on, work through, snap, 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 detangle, detangle section. It's a whole breakdown process. And then those ultimately have to go under the dryer because their hair needs to be swollen and softened down just to be able to get a good style. So I charge more for them. But my base silk out is $80. My silk out plus. So I have premium services, you guys. If you don't have, you know, I have all my silk outs are not equal. On relaxed hair is $60. Natural hair starts at $80. Thick, you come in there and mat it up, or just a whole lot of hair that needs to be, you know, worked through. It's $120. And then if it's matted, like matted, it's another $50 for 30 minutes of detangling. So that's to encourage them to not come in there like that. I don't want to detangle. So I charge $50 so you don't come in there like that. Because once you've had to pay for that, you won't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you're tender-headed, I have no mercy. I have absolutely no mercy for somebody who's tender-headed and don't comb their hair. Like, none. Like, I don't have time for that. You guys are grown women. And then so that's my entry-level service, silk out. Premiums, the midpoint service is the cocktail, the work. So that's silk out with the cocktail deep conditioner and the trim. That's $150 to $175. And then of course the premium service is the tamer treatment. So those are the 3 services. I would love to have tamer treatments all day, but that's unrealistic. But you know, I'm doing one of 3. And even though I work with an assistant, I decided we still booking those every 30 minutes because the tamer treatment has downtime, the cocktail has downtime. We can keep rolling. That's why I'm looking for a third person. Because if I'm doing tamer treatments every 30 minutes, now I got enough money coming in so I could pay 2 people $20 an hour to shampoo and do whatever. So I'm just about maximizing the money and time. If you don't have an assistant, then you have to pace it out. But that's why it's important to work with an assistant. Dentists work with them, doctors, you know, nursing, they all work with assistants because they can see more people. And they just have everybody prepped for them. And they can come in and do their job, not do all the prep work. Nobody has any questions?
So what is your process of choosing an assistant?
Well, this last assistant, she used to work in a salon for years without a license. And she worked for me briefly about 7 years ago without a license because she's just a damn good shampooer. Like, I've had people do a review and was like, the shampoo was amazing. You know, they didn't review me, they reviewed the assistant. Or and so she's a damn good assistant. So when I found her this time, I knew she didn't have a license and I had to put her in the apprenticeship program. I was like, look, I need you to work and I'm gonna pay you at least 2 days a week. I'm gonna pay you $12 an hour. I need you to get this apprenticeship program. When you actually get the apprenticeship, then you'll get $15 an hour. And then from there, when you really get on top of your game, you get $20 an hour. And so she agreed to go in it because she had worked in the salon for years. She's worked in the salon for over 10 years, 10 or 15 years, and never had a license. And the people she worked for never would, she said she wanted to get through the apprenticeship and nobody would sponsor her. So I got her in Mr. Ellis's apprenticeship program. And so I'm committed for 2 years to her. Mm-hmm. And that's how we're doing that. So she's an excellent assistant. She's an excellent listener. You know, I don't have to, I respect her and she respects me, but she really, really helps me out a lot. I split my tips for her at the end of the day. So she makes $12 an hour. Clients tip her, but any tips I get, if I make $100 in tips that day, I give her $50. So because that helps me so much. That I appreciate. At 28 years, I can't be over the shampoo bowl like I used to be. And so I make sure I tip well. I order lunch. I'd be like, oh, Uber Eats, what you want, a salad? What you want? I order food. I bring food because that help is so important to me. And it just pays off in the long run. What I'm looking for now is at least somebody who's a good blow dryer. But you just want somebody who's eager and humble, eager to learn, humble enough to work with you, even if they have some experience, to learn your way and be committed to doing it your way. The person I had earlier this year, she came in humble, and within like 90 days, she turned into like, I ain't doing it that way no more. And I was like, what you mean? So where you gonna work? I was like, where you gonna work? Well, I don't do the section now, because I'm like, gosh, her blow dries are changing. But I saw her sectioning. So I'm working, I'm doing my work, but I'm looking, I'm like, why is she sectioning like that? That's why this not looking right. And that's why it's taking a long time. And so I had a little sidebar. I was like, what's going on? You kind of doing something different right now. Yeah, I decided I'm just doing my way, And I was like, okay, I hope that works out for you, but not here. Because although you're great and you have the potential to be greater, the reason why you're not great is because you're not following my techniques. My techniques it's just a system. It's just a rhythm, and it works. I need 5 sections when you're going to blow dry. She said, yeah, we did 5 sections at the dry bar, but I just don't. Okay, so you're doing for them, but you won't do it for me. No, this is not going to work. So,
are you doing that at the summit too?
The sectioning?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just how it works. So I'll walk through all of my techniques, how I prep, everything I do. I work systematically, whether I'm in the shop by myself or I'm working with my assistant. I'm very like technical, state board, Sanex strip, quads, everything. It's just, and everything is very technical because it just makes your job easier. It's like you can tackle the silk press easier, I believe, if you do it systematically. And that's what I'm trying to teach people in my salon, a systematic way to do it. That's what they do at Dry Bar. They have a systematic way of doing that blow dry so that you can tackle it down and knock it down quicker. And once you get the system perfected, then you get quicker. And that's how I get fast, because I do it systematically. When you try to start, oh, I'm going to do 6 parties today, I'm going to do 2 parties over here. It's just a lot of hair. And I attract lots of hair. My Instagram attracts girls, but I saw this girl on your page look like my hair. And I was like, I know. Okay. So how do you eat a monster? You eat a little bites at a time. That's why the section is so important. So yes, I'll definitely be going over that at Summit. So I can't wait to see you guys there. That's what I got to work on tonight, is getting the list and start sending out the emails and make sure everybody's confirmed. So any other questions, you guys, regarding, so the group is not closing. You guys will be able to continue doing your work. And I encourage you to continue watching the videos. If you have not seen all the videos, watch all the videos, because they're important, and I'll be adding more. And so when I add them, sometimes I add them, they'll look like they're on the timeline because it's new, but it'll be inside of the unit. So if it looked like it disappeared, it's just in the unit. You got to go watch it in the unit. When I post random stuff and do lives, those stay on the timeline. But if it's something that goes to Instagram, eventually I can go and click it and archive it to Instagram. So that way, I'm just trying to keep it to where it's not cluttered. And if you're looking for something on the Instagram, you can go find it. Okay. So any other questions?
No,
who's new?
But I have a share.
Okay, go ahead and share.
So I knew I had to get my platforms together, but one of the reasons why I signed up was so that I could get my stuff in order.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to say, I think 2 weeks ago, I finally got my Google business page set up. I got my Yelp finally updated, especially because I just moved to a new location. My last post with Instagram, I do have the hashtags, but I want to say that this past week, I did get 2 Instagram calls. They actually did come and book in for silk press. One of them actually called in, she wanted a keratin. So she ended up being a $470 ticket because she got a keratin, she got a cut, and she got weave taken out.
Yay.
Okay. Yay, right? And so tomorrow, today I'm trying to book this girl now because I haven't done my booking, but that's my goal. I'm supposed to have it done by this month, but it'll be done within the next 2 weeks, my online booking. But this girl is trying to book for this week, and I got a girl that's coming in tomorrow. She's coming to actually buy some hair extensions from me. Then I'm going to customize her clip-ins on the spot, and she getting a silk press, and she came from Instagram. Right. So I just wanted to share that. So
yeah, it definitely works. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. It definitely works, you guys. You just have to be set up in that content because those clients are out there looking. That's just what they do. Technology is led by the consumer. We don't get to say, I ain't doing Snapchat. I don't do Snapchat. I ain't doing Snapchat. Now, my target audience is not on Snapchat. So I feel like, good, I don't have to get on Snapchat. But if my target audience was on Snapchat, I would have to be over there on Snapchat. But I think that's just not my audience. If I had a younger audience, I would be on Snapchat. But my audience right now is on Instagram. My audience is about 25 to 45 years old. In some instances, 50, 55. And they're all on Instagram. I find them on Facebook too, but that traffic is on Instagram and Yelp and Google My Business, you guys. And when you get all that stuff set up, you make it easy for people to click and call you. I still have not set up my Orange County Google My Business. And one of my new clients says, oh, I couldn't find you on there for Orange County. I found your other location. So it's imperative and make a note that I add that location because even I have no traffic, as much traffic as I want, but that's because I ain't set up. So can't anybody find me. So I got to get set up. They're finding the booking page, but they're not finding the Google My Business page. And that is imperative. So this group will keep going because it just has to, because like I said, it's 30 days to get set up. I wanted you guys to get set up. Now you need to work it for 90 days and see your numbers grow and then just rinse and repeat and fine tune things. Because by the time November get here, Black Friday, you want to be set up to where you can sell something on Black Friday to make some money, whether you sell hair extensions or whatever products you sell or bundle services. You want to have so much traffic to your page by Black Friday, by November, that you can drop a holiday promo and make an extra $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 Black Friday weekend and be booked into December to where you want to be like, oh, ain't no more openings till January. That's what I want my December to look like, that, oh, we are booked out till January. That's when your brand really gets, because we're like, girl, they are booked. Yeah. And then you can say not taking no new clients, but you can keep watching these pictures and no new clients until January. So that is the goal for me. Any other questions?
You recommend that I take one of my videos or maybe two of my videos and ask like Mob Hair or the Silk Press Masters to feature it?
Yeah, just inbox them and tell them you want to get a feature. And they'll tell you, you know, what their pricing is. If you want to do one or you want to do three, they'll tell you what their pricing is and you pay for it. You usually pay them on Mob Hair, send you an invoice. Silk Press Masters, she has PayPal.SilkPressMasters, PayPalMe.SilkPressMasters. So I just send her the money. Now I don't even ask. If I know I want to do 2 posts for $12, I just send $12 and I inbox her the 2 posts and she know what that means. And she checked to make sure I paid her and then she posts them. If she have a question, she'll inbox me.
Okay. Okay, I gotta go rewatch the video so I can remember how to do that. Okay.
Yeah. So, and yeah, just inbox them and say, hey, I want to get featured. You know, what do I do? And they'll send you back. This is the, you want to spend $40, $50 or what have you, or you want to do 1 post. But my pair, I think it's like $7 for each picture. So you can do 7 posts for $49 or 3 videos for $45. I do videos because I'm always showing the silky hair. So I like to do videos because that gives me the best feedback.
Okay.
So, and then of course, when you do your posts on those pages, unless they tag you in the reply, go follow up on your comments because you won't know that they're asking you questions or they're asking you, where's your salon? Where do you book? Where do I buy that? Where do I do that? You have to keep going over there checking to see what they're saying. It is work, you guys, but it's worth it. It is it is worth it to book a $400 and some client. It's worth it. It is worth it. And that just ain't have clients ain't. I had a client referral contest in March. I thought my clients was. I said, oh, if 25 clients send me 2 clients, that's 50 new clients. How about none? How about my clients sent me no? They was not. I was gonna give them $20 each client. That's what I was giving Groupon. $20 each client. I was gonna give them. If they got 5, they would get an extra $100 gift card at Nordstrom's. I made it real juicy. Not one.
Wow.
Not one. And they was not unbothered by it. I kept, every time they came in, I would show them, oh, do you know about a referral contest going on this month? They were like, All I got my appointment. That's all I get. And I'm seriously, one of them was really trying to show shade. Like, she normally comes at 8 o'clock on Fridays, 7 o'clock, and she had to come at 8. And as soon as she came in the door, she was like, who got my 7 o'clock appointment? And my husband was like, why are you not going to the shop at 7? And I was like, calm down. There's like, the client is actually in here. I need you to be nice. And she booked in advance. Like, yeah, it's other people checking for me, boo. That's how I felt. Yes, other people checking for me. So, and I'm unapologetic about it. Like, I need to survive. Y'all come every 2 weeks. You got your designated $80 from me. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm gonna take care of your hair, and we gonna be good. But I need my book booked, or I'll shut the whole thing down, and I'll go door to door selling product. I need my book booked, and so that's my story, and that's that, and it's working. And I'm still not booked to capacity. I still have room on Wednesdays. My Wednesdays I'm not booked. My Saturdays are starting to be booked, but I'm making room to add like 5 or 6. I want to do 15 to 20 people on Saturdays. And I want to do about 15, 20 people on Fridays. That way I can hit my $3,000 between Friday and Saturday. And I can pick up what I don't pick up and get it on Wednesday. I'm really not trying to work 2 days in Orange County. I'm really trying to work 1 because it was a lot of work. So I'm really just trying to work 1 and do my teaching and get back to this product. Because although I did great with the salon, I lost sales in the product. My product sales did not. They were actually less than what they used to be. So that's a no-no. So I got to get back. But I needed to document this because when I bring on other team members in the future, this is going to be the requirement. They have to go through this. They have to know how to market themselves, even if they're on commission or salary. There's some part of this that they have to do themselves because that's where the world is. They have to be able to have attractability on social media. And so that will be a requirement to even work with me is that what's your marketing game like? And if you don't have none, then here you need to learn how to do this so that you can help yourself. I can feed you people, but you still as an individual, there's something about that stylist that the customer is going to like. They're going to be attracted to them, not just Silk Out, but something about them that they're going to like their style, the way they do things. So, any more questions? Who else? Alana, you guys ain't got nothing to say? Did you guys find this, the profitability strategy helpful?
Yes.
Because it kind of makes you see like where you at and where you need to be. So now you know why. Okay, great. So now you know what you're working towards. So like I said, 50,000 may not be your goal. 20,000 may be your goal. 25,000 may be your goal. But if you know I need to be making 7,000 a month and I'm not making it consistently, now let's just back this up. I'm gonna let y'all go in a second, but let's just back this up real quick. Because like I said, I'm about my numbers. I have to get my calculator. So if she needs to be making $745 a month, divide that times 4 weeks. She needs to be doing $1,700 a week, $1,761 a week. And she says she's doing about 12. So she's already $500 short of that. So now we got to work on getting your next $500 a week. And that's going to come through all this marketing. And then to say, okay, now I want to go to start working my way over the next 90 days, 6 months. I say 6 months because you're still new to doing pictures and videos and stuff like that. So 14,000 just what does that look like divided by 4 weeks is $3,500 a week. That may seem like, oh, that's a lot, but $3,500, let's say divided by your base service is 75. Okay, that's 46 clients a week. That is a lot of work, but you have your extensions, you have your colors, you have your treatments. So those premium ticket services come in handy to knock that down to 25, 30 people a week, making sure that you're getting your premium number. And I think to go from 4, 5, 6,000 a month to even get to 10 or 12,000 a month, you'll see a huge difference in your bottom line. And 14,000 will be just gravy for you. Long as you don't get new expenses, and keep that bottom line at 7, you'll be gravy. You'll be happy, prosperous, healthy, wealthy stylist, living your best life. And like I said, being in abundance and overflow to where when you do want to do something at, charity or do something that you're not pressed to do it. Reality check here. Yeah, it is a reality check. I mean, I have to do mine over and over again. Now I'm like, okay, you hit 20. Now my goal is to maintain that. I have to hit it again. I can't fall under that. I have to hit it. I have to be active with my marketing and start building more audience so that I can push over to the next level. And that's just important to me. So if you're not in the group, you are more than welcome to join us. $75 until Wednesday. Then it'll go back to $100. And we're going to keep this rolling, and I'll keep adding content. If you have questions about anything, ask, and I will answer it in a video, so that way it helps everybody else that may have had the question, and that way it'll be archived and you can find it. You won't be like, I forgot what she told me. You won't be like, I forgot what she told me. So that's why I like to answer questions in a live, so that it gives you the answer documented. And like I said, some people are shy and don't like to ask questions. So
is this going to be different than the Silk Elite group?
Yeah, so the Silk Elite group, yeah, that's definitely going to be different. And I'm going to talk about that on the Silk Art Pro page tomorrow. I can't talk. And you see my eyes are like, I'm really like, Sunday, I work really hard on Mondays. I probably work 15 hours on Mondays between packing orders and running errands and doing stuff. And I actually love doing this webinar. That's why they be going 2 and 3 hours. They're not supposed to go that long. But I love teaching. I really, really love teaching from my Mazzani days. So I know Makai from Mazzani, my days of L'Oreal. I just love teaching. And so that's why I got a product, because I wanted to teach something that I could control. But if there's no questions, you guys feel free to join the group and get started. Start at the video 1. Make it a point to make time. I'm not going to come in and say, hey, did you watch video? Like, it's in there. Like, I see some of you guys are up late at night doing your homework, liking the videos, or, you have to make time, 30 minutes a night, on your off day, set aside an hour to go through the trainings and do the work. Don't just watch the video, go to your page and go set it up so that it's set up. And then you can go back and edit it from time to time. I told you with Google, you got to edit because people will make suggestions about your business. You can even have haters say that I have somebody keep saying I'm closed. And Google will send me a message saying, oh, we got a notification that you're closed effective February 8, 2018. No, I did not close. So I don't know why that keeps popping up. So you have to go back and just say, no, I'm not closed, and correct any information that somebody keeps adding to your business that's not true. So, any questions?
No, I just want to tell you thank you, because it really means a lot to have peers, to be exposed to peers that are motivating, that are doing the things that, that I want to be doing. It makes such a big difference.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It just gets me started again when I'm like lost or whatever, and then I'll give me, I'm like, you know what, let me do that right now.
And that was my goal, was just to help my peers. I don't consider myself a coach. I have one friend, every time I call her, she'd be like, hey, coach. I'd be like, I'm not your coach, girl. And she'd be like, no, because you always tell me something exciting to do about my business every time we talk. And that's just who I am, because I just want to see other people grow. But it's just, I want to see my industry elevate to another level. And so if I can help those people that, you know, engage with me, that feel connected to me, that I say something that resonates with them in their business, then that just makes a community of more enlightened, business savvy, successful, prosperous stylists. Like, there's people that charge, and there's people that charge so much. I've been in so many programs that I couldn't afford to get in, and then I got in them, and I was like, this is all y'all talking about. Like, you know, it's so many. The coaching game is renegade right now. Everybody is getting tons of money for telling their 2 sentences, and they just structured it into a long 60 days. And so I was like, no, I want to get in here and drop all the information as much as possible, so that way they get their money up front. They got their money's worth already. Now everything else is we just hanging out. You know, we just hanging out and learning and growing together. I remember I flew to Texas to this top marketer. Like, she came with receipts and everything. And I was like, okay, let me get in her entry-level program, fly out here and take this course, because I'm going to come back on steroids and my business going to be popping. Man, I came back. I was like, she didn't tell us nothing. She told us something that we had to buy something else. And I was like, okay, so you gave us 1 month of that for free. And that never happened. The 1 month free never happened. The product that she was going to give, you ain't heard about it no more. And I did not get what I went to get. And so now she keeps emailing me about other stuff. And I was like, until I get what you promised me the first time, I don't give a damn who you are and how much you helping people make strong figures. I didn't get what I spent $100 on, and a plane ticket and my birthday and a hotel room and Uber and eating out. You know, the class was $100, but I spent another $700 to, you know, be there. And I took off from work on a Saturday, you know, because I thought she was the shit and I needed to be in her room. Nope. She could have taught that class in the live and invited people to buy that product. So I got suckered in. And so I don't want to be in that whole coaching genre, because it's just, it's overrated. It's information. Like, when I work with Candace Holyfield, she's going to be at Summit. She helped me so much. Her classes were dirt cheap. I was like, girl, do you know how much you can be getting for these classes? Because she was giving me, you think I'm giving information. She was giving tons of information. And I was like, girl, you know, you need to charge more for your class. And she was like, no, I just want to help people. Just, you know, so she's helped me a lot. You know, that's why I invited her to Summit, because I was like, you on point. I need to get you in front of my stylist. Because a lot of people use my product, but some people struggle with the marketing part of it. And she is just on point. So that's what we'll be dealing with her next week. And she's real raw and uncut. So let me just warn y'all right now, but she know them numbers and how to make that money. So I'm going to be signing off. I hope I see you in the room. So when you register, if you go sign up, go register at beautyproceo.com, and then it will tell you the steps you need to do. I will actually see you registered. I will see your email. Then I will invite you into the group. So don't go try to join the group without registering, because I won't let you in until I see that you have actually signed up. And then I will invite you into the group, or add you. If you're one of my Facebook friends, I can just add you. If you're not a Facebook friend, I'll have to get your email, invite you into the group, and then you could get started and get to work. Like some people got to get set up. There's no sense of getting a marketing strategy if you ain't set up. You need to be set up, then you can go into the strategy and get in the habit of posting. Like how they post. I started my 4th of July post on Saturday. Now I've cut back a little bit. They're still rolling, but it's Monday and Tuesday. Everybody at work. I'm going to go hard again tomorrow night, because I know people are off on, you know, Wednesday. And then that'll be that. I'll be moving into Summit. But you got to get in the habit of posting seasonally. Just all you gotta do is watch TV. It's the holiday mattress sale. You know, the same commercials. You gotta be like, oh, it's time for me to run my promo. If I haven't set up my stuff yet, all I gotta do is watch TV, and I know that it's time for me to get to work. So, somebody was finna say something, or I saw somebody raise their hand. Okay, so I hope I see you guys over in the group. I hope this enlightened you. Sonia, you raised your hand. Did you have a question?
I missed the whole thing.
Oh, Sonia, you missed the whole thing, girl. And you just gonna have to you're gonna have to trust us. Should she get in the group or not, you guys?
Yes.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm in Houston, and I'm like, oh my God, it's you in California.
Yeah. So yeah, we just finished 2 hours. This is only recorded for the people that's in the group. So if you're not in the group, you won't see this again. But if you join the group, you get to see this and everything else that we've been doing for the last 30 days. So we're gonna keep this group rolling. 30-day boot camp, mind your business, helping entrepreneurs, stylists. One, get comfortable with the internet and embrace that this is the way marketing is. Step up to the plate, start handling your business, and set up your business so that you can maximize on this online traffic. Makai was sharing earlier, new clients, $400 tickets, all because her Instagram is set up right now and it's easy to do business with her. So hopefully we get to see you inside the group. If you want to know more, go to beautyproceo.com. That's where you're able to sign up. And we do have a sign up special for $75 until 4th of July. So you guys who got affiliate codes, get out there and promote so you can earn your 20%. All right. So I'm going to end this meeting and I will see you guys in the group.